Good morning. It is the next morning after getting the new Highland cattle yesterday. We brought them home. They are doing great. We were actually able to brush them yesterday. Right now we are doing our morning chores, going out and spreading hay. We're feeding probably about double the amount of hay as we normally do because we want them to waste it. I know it sounds counterproductive, but it's actually gonna save us money in the long run. Let me show you. By feeding them more hay than we need to, they waste a good amount. And a lot of this was bare soil and it wasn't growing great grass. So by putting the hay down, it's gonna put down more organic material and it's gonna have seeds in it, and it's gonna help and make this part of the pasture grow really good. So I've been working this way and going that way. So I think we're gonna keep going that way. And then later on, we need to go this way and more this way. Instead of doing it all at once, I'm doing it day by day, and it's looking really good. Come on, boys. How was your first night? If you guys missed our last video, we got some Highland cattle, and if you want to know why, go back and watch that video. There's quite a bit of a reason why we get the Highland cattle, and we are excited that they are here on the homestead. One is a steer and one is a bull, and we have big plans for them. So yeah, we're gonna go over there and feed them in a minute. You looking at your new boyfriends? You think you're king of the hay pile? You don't know how to get down now? Good morning, Miles. Good morning, George. You got an itch, Miles? You want some hay? I said, nope, I'll take some grain. Checking out the goats, George?
The hair looks like mine when I get up.
Needs a brushing?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've brushed my hair yet, actually.
I don't know if you can see it, but I'm pretty sure that's a loon right there because I keep hearing the loon call. Morning, George. So no, we don't have to brush our cows. We want to brush them. We want to make sure they are handled well, that they are big, gentle giants, and that they're friendly with people, because we don't want to be starting a herd of animals that don't like people. We want to be able to handle them, go in there anytime we want, and not have to worry about it. That's one of the reasons why we did not want to get a dairy bull. All of the reading and research I've done say dairy bulls are very mean, and beef bulls are a lot chiller, and Highland cattle are a lot calmer.
And combing them is like giving them a treat. Like when we
Yes.
give Brutus a treat, combing them is a treat to them. They love it.
They sure do. So they're gonna stay in this small pen for a while until we make sure they're used to us, we're used to them, and that we can put halters on and off easily, and that they love brushing. So they haven't even been here a full 24 hours. I'd say maybe 12 hours. So they are doing good. I'm excited.
If you see me in there and I'm combing them, they're doing really good.
It is a rainy day today, so we're going to be working inside. We've been getting a lot of awesome comments about shop organization and emails. Thank you guys. We've been getting some saying that we should take off those bottom row and we can just wheel stuff in there. And then I was thinking if we do that, we can also make it so we can get an extra shelving unit out of this. So we could take one of those away, connect the center rails to each other, and still have the same shelving, but then we'll have an extra set to move somewhere. So that was also mentioned, so thank you guys for that. So today we're gonna be working on a project for Gina. We've gotten this a while ago, and we have just been super busy trying to get the barn done and get everything ready for the Highland cattle. Now that they're here and we have a rainy day, we're gonna be working on this project.
It's not just for me, but I'm probably gonna be the one using it.
So we got a Harvest Right freeze dryer that Harvest Right sent us. We've been wanting one for a while, but in the Harvest House, we don't have any space for it while we're living in it. And until we got the workshop area done, we had no room. So now we can put it in our cold storage room. So we're gonna set this up.
It is becoming the perfect time of year to have this because, of course, we're coming into eggs and different things. We'll be having the garden. And another thing is we are making a ton of solar. So we will have plenty of solar power to run this freeze dryer because we are not on the grid, we are off grid, solar powered. That makes a difference of different things that we have, we do, we run. And this is gonna work really good with the abundance of solar that we're bringing in this time of year.
So like Gina was saying, we are 100% off grid. So a freeze dryer uses electricity to freeze dry, but once you use your energy to freeze dry, you don't need to store your produce, your milk, your eggs, whatever you have freeze dried in a freezer. So you don't need to use electricity after that. So we are excited for the freeze dryer, so that way we can freeze dry our abundance of milk, eggs, and whatever else we have growing. And if we want to buy something, we get like a big bulk deal, we can freeze dry it. I did just get an email because we are on the affiliate program now with Harvest Right. They're having their May Madness sale, and there's up to $500 off their freeze dryer. So if anybody is looking for a freeze dryer, now is a perfect time of the year to start looking and getting one. Warning, do not lift them a freeze dryer by holding onto the door. Okay. I like when you can just raise the box like that and you don't have to flop it over. You ready to see what we got?
Yes.
Bam.
Aww. This one is a medium. There is one bigger than this, but I wanted to just do a medium because I felt like that would be good. So it's not, I don't know if the bigger one takes more power or not. I liked it for the spacing wise. More presents for me.
More presents.
This is actually just the parts.
Yes, this is a pump that goes with it. We got our owner's manual. We got some Mylar bags. We got oil filter. Got our hoses. We got our oxygen absorbers to go inside Mylar bags. We have an impulse sealer for the Mylar bags. So that way if you want to store your food after you freeze dry it in there, you can put your oxygen sealer in and then you can use your impulse sealer, seal it up, and you're good to go. But we don't need that stuff right now. Let's get the pump and everything figured out. Perfect height as to slide off from the pallet.
Perfect.
One, two, three.
I don't have it frontwards.
All right, we got to get out our pump and hook the pump up to it. Got our vacuum oil.
And the pump. So far, I'm really liking the instructions. The manual is very nice. It has pictures. It's step by step. I think we're gonna be able to set this up really easily with these instructions.
I do like the nice sight glass they have here. He's got a nice knurling on him, so you can really get a good tight grip. And then we're gonna go over here to this side. You do have to have a 20 amp circuit for the freeze dryer. All of our breakers out here are 20 amp, so we are good for that. All right, so we have this all set up, all plumbed up, plugged in. So now we're just gonna get some bread, and then we're gonna get this freeze dryer going. I don't know how well you can see it on camera because they're kind of far away, but Azalea has not left her post since we let her out this morning, even though it's raining. She is infatuated with George, which is the new Highland bull, and they're right across from each other, staring at each other, so I get a kick out of that. All right, our first batch, we gotta run through some white bread, so that way we get all of like the new car smell out of the freeze dryer, and we don't get in the first batch of food. So I just went and picked up just the jumbo white bread that they had at the local store. So we're gonna turn this on for the first time. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it goes.
You just had to wait.
Took a second. Loading. All right, so now we're gonna select the vacuum pumps. We have the Premier oil pump. And then we're gonna go save. Cooling vacuum chamber, wait 15 minutes before loading trays. So now we can go ahead and get our trays all loaded.
So this is really cool because it's telling me I need to close the valve, so that's good for someone like me that will forget the different steps. So I'm just gonna close that, continue. So first thing I want to do in the freeze dryer is to get my abundance of eggs. I want to freeze dry some. See how much this takes up for space. That went really fast, really good. Now the big challenge is going to be getting it in the freezer. These all in the freezer without anything tipping or anything like that.
I don't know about you guys, but this time of the year, my hands really dry out with just being the end of the winter, and then playing in the soil from planting your garden just really dries my hands out. So I want to thank Mary Ruth's for sponsoring today's video. We've been using Mary Ruth's products for a while now, and they have such a broad band of different products. Most of them are organic, GMO free. They have them for guys, women, kids. The list goes on and on. There's so many products that I enjoy using. I have their elderberry syrup that we use all the time if we feel like we're getting a cold or we're not feeling well to help boost our immune system. We do elderberry. To help me sleep at night and remineralize my body, I take Mary Ruth's Extra Strength Liquid Nighttime Multi-Mineral. This thing tastes delicious and it helps me sleep amazingly, and it helps remineralize my body while I am sleeping. So Mary Ruth can be working for me while I'm able to rest. We don't get to rest a lot, so when we can kind of like stack things on top of each other, so while we are resting, something else is working, I'm gonna do that, and this really helps me a lot. The new thing we've been trying lately from Mary Ruth is their hand cream. It's unscented, not GMO, fast absorbing, vegan, and a rich texture. Gina got this because our hands have been terrible. And I'll tell you what, this stuff is so nice. We love how it's unscented because we don't like strong smells. We're not perfumey kind of people. but my hands have been so dry. This has been re-moisturizing my hands and they feel amazing. I wish we knew about this product a while ago because our hands have been really dry this winter from doing all of our building projects without gloves, working with the animals, milking. We wash our hands a ton so our hands really dry out, and this has been working awesome. If you guys want to get your hands on any Mary Ruth's product, right now on Amazon till May 4th, Mary Ruth's is having the deal of the day on Amazon. You can get up to 20% off your products. And if you use our promo code MRO which will be linked down below, you get an additional 20% off. So you can stack both of them together. That is a huge savings. And after May 4th, you can still use our promo code MRO You're only gonna get the 20% off. Go on Amazon, use MRO when you check out from now until May 4th, and you're gonna get some awesome deals on Mary Ruth's. They have some amazing products. We use a ton of them, and we're always trying out new ones, and we haven't been let down yet. Thanks, Mary Ruth, for sponsoring today's video. It's sponsors like Mary Ruth and viewers like you that make it possible so we can do what we do here at Lumnah Acres. Now, let's get back to the video. Good morning. It is the next morning. The rain has stopped. It is 23 degrees out this morning. That sun feels good. There's frost on the solar panels. There's about a ½ inch of ice on all the livestock waters that I had to break this morning. Gina froze 7.5 dozen of eggs yesterday. Those are all in the freezer. The freeze dryer should be done with the bread. It should have been done a while ago. We just let it go all night. Then we can freeze dry our first batch of real food. The bread's real, but we're not going to use that for anything. So that'll be exciting to see what the eggs come out like. We'll get them in there in a little bit. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be almost 50, so I'm looking forward to that. The sun feels good. The cows are up, enjoying life. Brutus is having fun, so. So we get the bread out of the freeze dryer. It weighs nothing.
You're making a mess.
I know. I'm good at that.
Can I touch it?
Yep.
It feels so funny. Now I'm making a mess. It's like styrofoam. Did you say that?
No.
Yeah. So
That
funny.
doesn't weigh anything.
Nope.
All right, enough playing around. We got the bread done. That was just to run like the first test, get us used to it, get any like smells that from being new out of it and absorbed into the bread. We're not using that. Gina froze her eggs last night, so we're gonna stick those in the freeze dryer and get them going. You don't need to pre-freeze your stuff before you put it in the freeze dryer, but if you pre-freeze it, it is less time that it has to be in the freeze dryer because the freeze dryer doesn't have to do the initial freezing. So while this was freeze drying yesterday, we were able to freeze the eggs in our freezer, and it makes it easier for transporting everything down here to the freeze dryer for us.
We load the trays in and we gotta close the valve. It's very important. And continue. Well, now it's doing its thing, so now we just wait.
So last night when I came down here and checked, the freeze dryer was still running and the solar was at 79%. And then this morning it was at 72%. So it didn't use a ton. And at being at 79%, we did not have any really sun yesterday because it was a cloudy, rainy day. So I was happy with that. And I was really happy to see it was only at 72% on the batteries this morning. All right, while the Harvest Right freeze dryer is doing its thing, there's nothing else for us to do with it. So we're gonna go up to the secret garden area and work on Gina's new garden.
So So just as we got our tarps down, the same time our onion plants came in. So it had to put me into high gear because they can't just sit around and they'll dry up and they won't produce any onions. So we have them, they're ready to go in the ground. You have a couple days, so that's good. So I got this bed and I have 3 more of these 8-foot ones that are gonna go in the center here, and then I have my 6-foot ones that will go on the edges, and my rounds will go on the corners.
Now we gotta fill this up 1/3 to halfway with rotted wood sticks. We got a pile of it back here. And this will help keep moisture in the ground or in the soil so it doesn't dry out so fast. It'll also make it so we have to use less soil. All right, we're gonna get the 574 up. We're gonna get some dirt and bring it up because we need to fill up these beds. I'm thinking 2 to 4 buckets. I'm gonna say 4 bucketfuls because the bucket's good size, but it's not huge. So I'm gonna say 4 bucket loads of compost to fill that up.
Come on, Brutus, you weren't supposed to go down there, mister. Brutus. He was just in my pocket because he knows there's something in there, but he didn't get it. Now he's sitting here saying, "Oh, I'll be a good boy. Please give me a treat. Oh, please." All right, that's 1 bucket load. I feel like it's gonna need more than 2. This is compost that I got 2 years ago. So I'm hoping to at least get, I would like to get all my beds, but that was probably not realistic, but at least try to get most of my beds filled with it. What do you think? You're gonna need more?
Yeah, I want to spread it out and see how much more I think we're gonna need first. Oh, here's a worm for you.
Nice. Brutus.
I keep finding lots of worms. I know where I'm gonna be digging when I want to go fishing.
No, you don't dig in my gardens to get fishing.
What do you think, dude?
Don't teach him that, because when I have plants planted.
I didn't teach him anything.
Brutus, you can't be in there. Dad's gonna do that when I have onions, and that won't be good. Get out. Come on.
Out, come on. Out. Get out. Come on. Out.
It was cute, but it's not cute.
I don't know why you decided to do that.
Well, that was cute, Brutus getting in there, but not if it's planted. It won't be cute. I don't know how you end up doing all the work in my beds, but hey, works for me.
Brutus wants to help. Look, another big old fat worm. It's gonna be good for fishing.
You leave my worms in there.
Yeah, Brutus, she's talking to you. There's another one. My fishing worms. You can't eat them.
We have Cabernet onions, onion plants, and Sedona. We've never done those two.
Nope.
I just was looking for something that was going to store well, that tasted good, so that's what I went on. And I got them from Keen Garlic. I ordered them a while back. I think it was February. And they send them when it's ready for your zone. Super excited to get these in. Last year, someone sent me a seeding square. I love it. So just lay it down. The different holes have different things you can plant in it. The yellow is for onions, so I think we're gonna go by that. It just makes everything look pretty. It's all nice and neat. You don't have to think about it.
I'm gonna put Redmond's Grow on here. This one is organic chicken manure, and then it has minerals for the soil. So it doesn't just give it the fertilizer it needs, it also gives it the minerals that your soil needs. So I'm not gonna need all of this, but I brought up a bucket full of it. I'm just gonna top dress it because I gotta water it in a little bit. Onions love nitrogen. That's what helps make the onions grow. So we have 100 onions in here, and then we're also gonna plant some beets in with our onions in the leftover space. So we use roughly 1 to 2 onions a week. So as long as all of these grow, this should last us for a whole year.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna put some beets in with the onions. So I have some Detroit dark red beets from Haas. These are not newly bought. They should be fine. You can keep using seeds. Sometimes they just don't germinate as well, but we have them. We're gonna use them. Got a pretty big pack here, so just gonna get them in the ground. Well, you might be wondering, okay, you've planted this now, how are you gonna water it? Because you need to water them. Well, we think we have a plan.
All right, let's get the other hose out this way and see how far we can come first. I'm keeping the line pressurized as we're adding on, so that way I know if we get a kink somewhere, if we're snagged, it's in one section and I don't have to chase it all the way back. So we were probably about 1 hose length short.
While Al is down getting the hose, I am going to take my leaf blower and get all the debris off of this wheat fabric.
All right, I filled up George's and Miles' water trough and stole their new hose. Let's see how far we can get. All right, that will work for today. So I was a little concerned about getting enough sun up here, being up in the middle of the woods, but it is later in the afternoon and that sun is still not casting any shadows over here. So by the time this area gets shadows casted, it'll be evening. So that is good to know. So we got this done, watered in. The freeze dryer is freeze drying. That should be done in a little bit. All right, it's been sitting overnight. I want to test to see if they are dry enough. We don't need any more dry time. That is nice and flaky. Look at those eggs. So wild. All right, close door. Continue. So now we want to put them into a bag. I'm not sure how many eggs will fit in each bag. We're hoping to get one tray per bag.
And I did 18.
18
I probably
eggs.
would just do a dozen next time.
Now that we have all of our Mylar bags full, we're going to open up our oxygen absorbers and put an oxygen absorber in each Mylar bag, and then we can seal this bag back up. So we have 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to seal the bag that the oxygen absorbers come in. Bam. So that's sealed. Now we can seal our Mylar bags. If I hold this, will you push down until that light goes off? Go for it. So we ended up getting 6 bags of our eggs. The reason we went with eggs is this time of the year, it's springtime, we are in an abundance of eggs. And then come wintertime, we are always short on eggs. So to have the eggs freeze dried now this winter, when we want to do scrambled eggs or make a baked good, we can add water, reconstitute these, and we'll have plenty of eggs for all of that.
Right, so then we're gonna try some milk because we have plenty of that and we will soon be out of milk at some point. So, and there's other things we want to try, herbs and different things from the garden, and maybe some fun things too. So.
Yep. So this is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If you guys want to check out Harvest Right, we'll have a link in the video description down below. And right now to May 21st, they have up to $500 off on their freeze dryers. So thanks for coming along and watching this video. I'll see you guys right back here in the next one.
Bye.